I'm John Holt. Welcome to Atlanta and the first ever Obesity Week.
I'm Sharon Snowden, and welcome to Obesity Week Broadcast News.
We're your daily information source for this historic meeting.
Obesity Week is designed to be the preeminent annual scientific and educational conference for obesity healthcare professionals.
From the latest in obesity science, treatment, and clinical information to advancements in surgery and public health, this is the place to be.
Both organizations have worked to give you the best possible meeting by providing information you can use immediately when you return home.
Sessions this week will include debates, key lectures, keynote speakers, oral presentations, panel discussions, paper and video sessions, poster presentations, partner and organizational symposiums, as well as networking and social events.
Well, the vision when we brought these meetings together was to try to bring together all the stakeholders in obesity in under one roof. That includes policymakers, advocates, basic scientists, clinicians, so that we could create better collaborations amongst disciplines and be able to have one of the largest meetings on obesity in the world.
With regarding to the scientific session, there are multiple symposium, debates, but in addition to that, we're going to have a collaborative symposium with the Obesity Society. Two of the topics are a multidisciplinary approach to management of metabolic syndrome, and the other one is multidisciplinary approach to management of adolescent obesity. So I think it's going to be an exciting week.
Now, in many ways, Obesity Week will not seem a lot different from the ASMBS and the TOS annual meetings.
Both groups will continue to hold separate sessions, but all attendees are invited to attend the sessions of either group.
And there will be combined events. Both groups will come together for some designated combined events like the keynote sessions, the welcome reception, and the After Dark event.
Obesity Week is proud to host two world-renowned experts as keynote speakers. Dr. Bruce Spiegelman is Wednesday's keynote speaker. His talk represents the area of obesity science and research. Dr. Tom Farley, New York City's health commissioner, represents obesity and public health policy.
Dr. Spiegelman presents his talk Wednesday morning. He's the lead scientist of the Harvard group that's conducted revolutionary research in obesity. His team is credited with the discovery of the master transcriptional regulator of fat cells and beige fat cells. He's also identified irisin, a new hormone produced during exercise. Irisin facilitates the transformation of white fat into brown fat. During his keynote address, Dr. Spiegelman will speak to the therapeutic application of irisin and other novel browning factors and his many other groundbreaking findings.
We'll take a break here, but Obesity Week Broadcast News is just beginning.
We'll be back with more news and information about this exciting meeting after these messages.
Ethicon is a proud platinum sponsor of Obesity Week 2013, featuring a full bariatric portfolio to support you and your patients. We look forward to seeing you in the exhibit hall.
You're watching Obesity Week broadcast news. Thanks for making us your meeting information source while you're here in Atlanta. Now, as though participating in the first ever Obesity Week is not enough, the ASMBS has something else to celebrate. This is the organization's 30th anniversary, and it all began with a gathering in Iowa.
Yes, it's been 30 years since the ASMBS was founded. So all this happened back in 1983, in which a small group of surgeons got together under the leadership of Dr. Ed Mason in Iowa, and they founded what it was called at that time the American Society for Bariatric Surgery, the ASBS.
That original group and others who joined with them were the pioneers of what then was the American Society for Bariatric Surgery. They standardized the laparoscopic techniques that are dominant across the specialty today. The mission of the organization extended, and metabolic was added to the name in 2007. Now, there's a new emphasis on multidisciplinary care.
Other things that we have accomplished during this time is understanding how the care of the bariatric patient needs to happen in a multidisciplinary fashion in centers of excellence. So the concept of center of excellence came around 2003. Big accomplishment to understand that institution, surgeons, and the whole team can get together into a program, and by having all these resources, then we learn how to take care of these patients.
ASMBS continues to evolve on several fronts, and the organization is increasing its focus on international issues. Dr. Samir Matar is the chair of the International Development Committee.
It is really important to develop an international presence for the society. There is a big need around the world for our expertise, our experience, and the knowledge that we've accumulated over the years. As you know, the obesity is a worldwide epidemic now, and patients and international surgeons are requesting, and we're happy to provide our services for them.
We asked Dr. Matar about his goal for the committee.
Well, we'd like to elevate the standard and maintain quality outcomes around the world so that we can effectively treat and reduce the incidence of obesity and its comorbidities. As you know, diabetes is rapidly increasing around the world. It's become a real world crisis, and that is expected to grow even more, and it's expected to overcome the resources that many of these countries have. And so if we can try and reverse that trend, that would be one of our prime objectives.
The first of several debates during Obesity Week scheduled for Wednesday morning. The topic is standard of care. The three debates will consider the role of accreditation, the future of gastric banding, and the surgery best suited for patients with type 2 diabetes. This symposium begins at 10 Wednesday morning in room 302 of the Georgia World Congress Center. All Obesity Week attendees are invited to attend a Tuesday evening Look Ahead symposium. The primary objective of the Look Ahead trial is to determine the long-term effects of an intensive lifestyle intervention program in volunteers with type 2 diabetes. Finally, do you count steps? If you ever thought about how much you walk as you take part in all the conference activities, we invite you to take part in the Pedometer Challenge. Every step counts and every dollar raised counts. For just $15, you'll get a pedometer, just like this one, to track your steps and benefit the ASMBS Foundation's Operation More. Some great prizes are available for the top fundraisers and the top 3 individuals with the most steps taken. Sign up and pick up your pedometer at the ASMBS Foundation exhibit across from the ASMBS Marketplace in the Convention Center. That's the top of the ASMBS news for now. We'll be back with news from the Obesity Society right after this.
On behalf of the leadership of the Obesity Society and our partner ASMBS, I welcome you to Atlanta and I welcome you to Obesity Week. The programs have been designed so that they can take place independently, but there are a variety of events that are jointly sponsored. You should know that as registrants, you're free to attend both meetings and come and go as you please. And we're certainly looking forward to your enjoyment of the huge offerings that both the program committees of each of the respective societies has created.
Thank you, Dr. Grill. The TOS meeting is officially underway with the opening session Tuesday afternoon. That is the forum for Dr. Grill's opening address and the venue for the presentation of the research grants and the prestigious George A. Bray Founders Award. This year's recipient is Dr. Donna Ryan. Among the Wednesday sessions are the Clinical Management of Obesity section, Meet the Professor session, and the TOS special session on the future of obesity research. Finally, Wednesday morning, a panel of leading weight management experts will present a case-based session focused on the pathophysiology and clinical management of obesity. The prevalence of childhood obesity in the United States has risen dramatically in the past several decades, and it's said to be the most prevalent nutritional disorder among children and adolescents. A Wednesday afternoon session examines lifestyle and family-based interventions in obesity, immersion treatment of obesity in children and adolescents, and trends in surgical treatment of obesity in children. Fact or fiction? That is often a question when it comes to a debate over the role of non-nutritive sweeteners in the regulation of weight and obesity. You have the opportunity to decide for yourself during a session that looks into the chemistry, properties, safety testing, and standards of long-standing and new artificial sweeteners, non-nutritive sweetened beverages, and the relationship to the risk of obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease, and how non-nutritive sweeteners may affect appetite, food intake, and weight regulation. This session is planned for Wednesday afternoon. You certainly will want to save time to visit the TOS posters while you're here. They provide a real learning opportunity.
Our goal is to have this meeting be a meaningful event for all of our submitters, whether they receive a poster or an oral presentation. And we're really attempting this year, and will in the future as well, to highlight the poster presenters to give them an opportunity to speak directly with their peers and with the senior people in the society.
ASMBS poster session Grand Rounds and Poster Presentations 1 for TOS are scheduled for Wednesday in the TOS poster area of the exhibit hall. No other formal education is scheduled during this time, so you will be able to spend quality time reviewing the posters and chatting with some of the authors. To give you more time with the posters, lunch will be served in the exhibit hall. Lunch is included in your registration fee. This meeting is just getting underway, but I think you can already see the value of attending Obesity Week and membership in TOS. We asked Ted Kyle, the chair of the Obesity Society's Advocacy Committee, about the value he places on TOS membership.
Well, I greatly value being a member of TOS because it gives me access to the best journal in the field of obesity. And for anybody who's serious about obesity, it gives you an unequaled opportunity to connect with other folks who are leading the way in the field of obesity. At the meeting, you get access to some of the best science, which I think you're seeing this week. And then finally, the Society is very active in shifting the conversation about obesity through its advocacy efforts to encourage people outside of the field to take obesity seriously and thus bring more money to the field of obesity research.
Thanks, Mr. Kyle. There's much more ahead on Obesity Week Broadcast News. But first, please watch these messages.
Ethicon is a proud platinum sponsor of Obesity Week 2013, featuring a full bariatric portfolio to support you and your patients. We look forward to seeing you in the exhibit hall.
Lace up your running shoes and join the Obesity Society. It's our 5th annual 5K Fun Run. This is a TOSS tradition, but it's open to all Obesity Week attendees.
The registration is $15. The run starts at 6:30 Wednesday morning from the Fountain of Rings in Centennial Olympic Park.
And get ready, the first big social event of Obesity Week 2013 is set for Tuesday night. It's spectacular. You're invited to the welcome reception at the Georgia Aquarium.
The welcome reception is open to all Obesity Week attendees. A ticket is included in your registration material, and extra tickets may still be purchased.
Dine on delicious hors d'oeuvres and drink decadent cocktails while surrounded by the most beautiful and amazing wonders of the sea.
The perfect atmosphere to catch up with old friends and make new ones as you socialize and network with professionals from all over the world.
Here's our field reporter Kathy Quinn with a close look at the world's largest aquarium.
Welcome to the Georgia Aquarium, the world's largest and home to tens of thousands of animals, including 500 species from around the world. The Georgia Aquarium holds more than 8 million gallons of fresh and salt water and features 60 habitats for visitors to explore. The largest is the Ocean Voyager. It holds more than 6 million gallons of water. It's home to thousands of animals, including 4 whale sharks. These gentle giants are the largest fish in the world and can grow to be 40 feet long. Watch the graceful manta rays, the large-toothed sawfish, even weedy sea dragons. The Georgia Aquarium is more than a popular attraction. It's a conservation and research facility committed to conserving and protecting aquatic species, including the endangered African penguin. It's the Georgia Aquarium, a spectacular venue for the Obesity Week welcome reception.
Got your calendar handy? It's not too early to begin planning for Obesity Week 2014.
You can count on it being another great meeting in another great convention city.
Yeah, we're headed for Boston.
Plan now to attend Obesity Week 2014, November 2nd to the 7th in Boston, Massachusetts.
Well, that's it for today's program.
You've been watching Obesity Week Broadcast News, your official television news information source for the first ever combined meeting of the American Society of Metabolic and Bariatric Surgery and the Obesity Society.
Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.